Cape Media Center, building community through media.
I'm Janet Milkman, and I'm the Executive Director of the Barnstable Land Trust. Barnstable Land Trust is a private, nonprofit, public mission organization working in the town of Barnstable. We are a land conservation organization, so our mission is to protect special places in the town of Barnstable for current and future generations, and we do that by acquiring land and conserving it in perpetuity. So all the land that we buy is protected forever, and we then commit to taking care of it forever. So over the last 41 years, we were founded in 1983 by local volunteers. We have protected about 1,250 acres of land and helped the town protect another 11,000 acres. Some of the most favorite places that we have protected are Eagle Pond Sanctuary in Katuitt, one of the most visited conservation lands on the Cape, and the Pogrelk Sanctuary behind our office, and this place here, Fuller Farm. I got involved with Barnstable Land Trust about 8.5 years ago, and this is my favorite job I've ever had because I get up in the morning and I come to work and I know that the lands that I'm working on protecting are going to be around forever. They'll be around for my kids, for my grandkids, for their grandkids, and there's just not many things that you can do in life that are forever and are so good in so many ways. We have about 1,000 members right now, and people care so much on Cape Cod about land and open space because I think they understand, beyond appreciating being able to be outside and walking on trails, they understand how important land conservation is to protecting the beauty and the health of our environment and also to our economy. We are a tourist-based economy. We have this blue economy as well, so lots of fishermen and aquaculture, and all of those things depend on clean water and clean bays and estuaries. Land conservation can be the most cost-effective and efficient way to keep those places clean. It's really important that we maintain our biodiversity. You can really only do that by keeping land open and wild. Anytime we can protect a piece of land that has ecological or conservation value, we love to do it. We do over 150 programs annually. Many of those are with partners. We work with about 50 partner organizations. So we have hikes, we have bird walks, we work with arts organizations, we work in the schools at every level, so from kindergarten to the community college. We'll partner with anyone who wants to work with us, helping sharing the beauty of the outdoors and helping people learn about it. We have lots and lots of opportunities for volunteering. They come in a few major categories. Our biggest group of volunteers are our land stewards. So we have to take care of 1,250 acres of land. That's a lot of work. And we have about 40 land stewards who help us every single week on projects, maintaining trails, removing invasives. So that's a big area of volunteer work. Then we have all of these programs, educational and walks and talks, and we need program hosts. We need people to help us on every one of those programs. And then we need help in the office too, and on our board. So we have lots of committees. There's many, many ways, depending on your skills and interests, many ways to help out. To learn about volunteers and volunteering opportunities, there is a place on our website, which is blt.org. You can fill out a form, and then we'll come and talk to you and find out exactly what you want to do. We are also on social media, Instagram and Facebook. Barnstable Land Trust is our handle, so we're easy to find, and we post all the time. You can learn a lot about us by following us on social media.
Hey, I'm Kayla. I was an intern at Cape Media Center back in 2019, and that experience totally launched my career in media.
And I'm Destiny. I was right there with Kayla in 2019, learning everything from camera work to editing and loving every second of it.
The staff here at Cape Media Center were always hands-on and always willing to answer our questions, especially with our final project.
We created a series of videos called the Blue Economy Project, where we dove deeper into how the ocean plays a vital role in Cape Cod's economy.
The series was well approved, and we couldn't have done it without the Cape Media Center.
Fast forward to now, I'm working in live music production and have even worked at venues such as Gillette Stadium and Fenway Park.
And I actually came full circle. I'm back at the Cape Media Center, this time on staff.
Cape Media Center gave us the tools, the confidence, and the real-world experience to chase our creative goals.
It's more than just a media center, it's a launch pad for your future.
Start your story at Cape Media Center in Dennisport.
Cape Media Center,
your voice,
your vision, your community. On National Overdose Awareness Day, community members from all across Cape Cod gathered at Smugglers Beach in Yarmouth to honor the lives lost to overdoses and raise awareness about the ongoing opioid crisis. It was a day of reflection, remembrance, and hope for the future. The event is organized every year by a local mother who, after tragically losing her son to an overdose, dedicated herself to helping others who have been affected by this crisis. Her strength and compassion brought the community together in a powerful way. Speakers at the gathering included State Representative Steve Exaros, Yarmouth Police Chief Kevin Lennon, and many other local leaders who stood united in their commitment to addressing the epidemic and supporting those who have been impacted. Local organizations and advocacy groups were also present, offering their resources and services to anyone in need. These organizations provided invaluable support, guiding individuals and families on their path toward healing. Families and friends of those lost to overdose shared heartfelt memories, reminding everyone of the deep and personal toll this crisis takes on individuals and communities. It was a day to not only grieve, but also to come together in solidarity and commitment to change. National Overdose Awareness Day on Cape Cod was a powerful reminder that though the struggle continues, the community's collective efforts can help bring awareness, support, and ultimately, hope for a better tomorrow. Cape Media Center, building community through media.
Hello, my name is Joan Friedman, and I'm here representing the Academy for Lifelong Learning in Barnstable, Massachusetts. The Academy for Lifelong Learning has been on Cape Cod since 1987, and our mission is to provide education and socialization to the Cape Cod community that's 50 years old and older. I am here tonight to talk about Cape Media Center and our association with Cape Media Center. That when COVID hit, our membership was literally cut in half. We are membership driven. So the Academy for Lifelong Learning, as well as just about every other nonprofit organization, was into some pretty hard times. We had to put our heads together, start doing things very differently, and be able to attract a new population that was moving to the Cape, and that one that was being much more electronic than it had been in the past. I had had a slight relationship with Cape Media in the past. And I just saw that the partnership between the Academy for Lifelong Learning and the Media Center was just a natural. So we came and we talked with the management then, and they put us in contact with Jamie, who is the head of training here. And Jamie trained us on broadcasting techniques, editing, podcasting, how to do field shoots. And through our ability to do these things ourselves, to do broadcasting ourselves, to have shows here on this stage that I'm sitting on right now, bringing in new people, new classes to talk to the public about what we were providing. Also, that we were able to start doing our own podcasting. And everybody's very interested in podcasting, and we were able to put out a number of podcasts that really shined a light on our incredible instructors. That through our partnership with Cape Media, over the course of several years, we were able to build our numbers back up to a sustainable number. We made it. We made it through COVID, where so many other not-for-profits didn't. And a large part of that had to do with Cape Media, that we were able to attract a new audience, the new people who had moved to the Cape through COVID, people who were willing to use other media besides print media, that through our partnership, that we are back on our feet and hopefully will continue to thrive. Things here at the Media Center also keep changing. There are new courses for us to take here. And through our membership here, which is very reasonable, our training is free. They will allow you to put forth your message. And also that when we have that information, we can also put it out on our media as well, so that it goes out to any number of directions. It goes out literally to the world. So we have been very happy with our partnership and relationship with Cape Media. We are in this, and we are in this together for the sake of the Academy for Lifelong Learning and the members of Cape Cod who are over 50 years old, who want to continue to learn and want to continue to be social, and want to be able to do that in a very safe environment. So that we have been very, very pleased, and I would encourage anybody, who's interested in broadcasting at all, to give them a call. So if that is what you want to do for your organization, this is the best bang for your buck. And that we were very, very happy that we discovered them and that they continue to partner with us in so many ways. So I'm very happy to be here today. I'm very happy to be able to speak for them because I honestly feel that I've grown to be friends with some of them through our partnership. This has been something that's added a great deal to the Academy for Lifelong Learning, and I feel very confident that if you contact them, that they'll be able to help you too.
Cape Media stopped by the Atwood Museum in Chatham recently to speak with Executive Director Kevin Wright to find out a bit more about its history, its wondrous exhibits, and the Dawsons and volunteers who make it happen.
So the Atwood Museum, a museum and historical society that talks a lot about the history of Chatham, but our museum itself expands more than just Chatham, or we try to when opportunities arise. We just celebrated in 2023, we just celebrated our 100th anniversary of the Historical Society. The original house, the Atwood House, was built in 1752 to 1756 by Joseph Atwood, a sea captain. He was born in Eastham, and then he bought 30 acres of land in this property here. The house was built here, and that became sort of the signature exhibit that we have at the museum. And so we want people to know we have about 12 or 13 other exhibits on the property. We have obviously the murals of Alice Stolnick, a local artist who painted the local people in the community back in the 1930s and 40s. They're just one of our big collections that we really appreciate. In addition to that, our new exhibit this year is Coming to These Shores, which talks about the history of immigration on Cape Cod. That was a project that was really a lot of research, intense work, but it's well worth it. One of the other exhibits we have that's very popular is the rescue of the Pendleton. That talks about the two oil tankers that sort of broke in half back in February 1952. We have a nice exhibit in that. We have a model of the front end of the 36-500, the Coast Guard boat that rescued the men, and they rescued 32 people off of that boat. And we're blessed to have a lot of wonderful docents and volunteers who just share their knowledge and expertise when people come in. Every day we have someone show up and say, oh my God, I've lived here for so many years, I've walked by the museum and I've never been in it.
The Atwood Museum is open to the public and is available to visitors from mid-June to mid-October. Find them at 347 Stage Harbor Road in Chatham. For more information, visit chathamhistoricalsociety.org. We're Cape Media Center, building community through media.
With over 500 nonprofits on the Cape, it can be difficult to make your organization's message heard. That's where video comes in. It can engage your intended audience and allow for better retention, improved clarity, and understanding. Cape Media Center is willing to help your organization create a persuasive message through the power of video. For a small fee, we'll work with you to create a compelling public service announcement and even produce a full-length television segment showcasing your nonprofit in depth. Once completed, these videos will run on Comcast Channel 26, Roku TV, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Plus, your organization can use these videos in your own newsletter, website, and social media platforms at no additional cost. So let's work together to strengthen your outreach and better serve our community.
Rising 30 feet above the town of Dennis, Scargo Tower has some of the best views on Cape Cod, and it has quite a story. The first tower was built in 1874, but was destroyed by a storm just 2 years later. Rebuilt in 1890, it burned down in 1900. The current cobblestone tower was constructed in 1901 and has stood strong ever since. In 1929, the Toby family donated it to the town of Dennis, and now it is open for all to enjoy. Located atop the highest hill in the Mid-Cape, Scargo Tower offers sweeping views from Sandy Neck to Provincetown. This enduring structure has stood the test of time and remains a cherished landmark on Cape Cod. You'll find it off of Scargo Hill Road, just south of Scargo Lake. Climb about 40 steps to the top, and trust us, the view is worth it. For more hours and info, visit the Town of Dennis website. Cape Media Center, building community through media.
Cape Media Center was there when the town of Harwich board came together to celebrate a very special milestone, the 100th birthday of their beloved library. Locals gathered on the library lawn where the atmosphere buzzed with community spirit and pride. The air was filled with the soothing sounds of Joe Marino, the live music creating the perfect backdrop for a day of celebration. Family, friends, and longtime residents reminisced about decades of stories, learning, and laughter shared within the library's walls.
I'm Bob Jones, and I wanted to come out for this 100th anniversary. Growing up, I had a lot of activities in this building, and I have a lot of memories. I also remember the Harwich Historical Society. They were formed in 1953, and their first exhibit, I believe, was upstairs above here. And I remember because my mother was active in the Historical Society, and so she used to bring us along as kids as she worked on the exhibits.
It's so important for us to know the history, the books and the media is so important, but also bringing people together. But we had the Chase Library in West Harwich and this one in Harwich, so that everybody had access to information that's so important for our democracy, for our future, entertainment and joy, and so important. And I'm glad to be a part of it. I've been the president for 3 years, and it's a joy to work with all the board, all the volunteers.
Visitors to the library are always welcome. If you'd like to stop by, the library is located on 49 Bank Street in Harwich Port. It was a day to remember, honoring the past, celebrating the present, and looking forward to the next 100 years of the Harwich Port Library. We're Cape Media Center, building community through media. Cape Media Center, building community through media.